ID's Diddy doc trailer teases shocking interview from mystery person truth will always find its way. Investigation discoveries explosive docuseries about Sean Diddy Combs features new revelations about the disgraced music mogul, including comments from a surprise interview subject ahead of his trafficking trial. The network released the official trailer on Thursday, January 9th, which featured more than 30 interviews from former friends, employees, and colleagues who all have individual allegations of abuse against Diddy. 55 I've been quiet for 18 years, shared one person, as someone else noted how absolutely nervous they were to speak out. In another confessional, an individual said they could no longer just remain silent about their experience. The topics covered in the upcoming 4-part docuseries include allegations of abuse, violence, and threats. The documentary also features footage of Diddy's ex-girlfriend Cassie, who sued him in November 2023 for assault and physical abuse. Diddy has denied all allegations, and the pair settled the case out of court one day later. After Cassie's lawsuit, several other people came forward with similar misconduct accusations against Diddy, which he denied. The disgraced rapper is currently in prison after being arrested on charges of racketeering conspiracy, trafficking by force, fraud or coercion, and transportation to engage in prostitution. Diddy issued a plea of not guilty after his arrest, but was denied bail. He currently faces up to life in prison if convicted. The Fall of Diddy hails from Maxine Productions, which worked on Investigation Discovery's bombshell doc Quiet on Set, The Dark Side of Kids TV. According to a press release, The Fall of Diddy uncovers the insidious and terrifying allegations of assault, abusive behavior, violence, and other disturbing claims that lay beneath his success. The interview revelations include comments from some who claim they saw his alleged violence and temper during his college days at Howard University and the onset of his career with Bad Boy Records, to those who knew him at the height of his influence and power in recent years, according to the same press release. The sneak peek ended with someone sitting down to be interviewed, but their identity remained a secret. Donity Kane member D. Woods, producer Rodney Lil Rod Jones, magazine editor Danielle Smith, hip-hop minister and spiritual advisor Reverend Conrad Tillard, former driver Wardell Fenderson, bodyguard Roger Bonds, childhood friend Tim Patterson, publicist Dr. LaJoyce Brookshire, and alleged victims Talia Graves and Natania Griffin were interviewed for the docuseries. Makeup artist Mila Morales, who claims to have witnessed Diddy's alleged abuse of Cassie, 38, also took part in the Fall of Diddy series. Prosecutors previously alleged in the 14-page unsealed indictment that Diddy abused, threatened, and coerced women and others around him to fulfill his desires, protect his reputation, and conceal his conduct. Combs relied on the employees, resources, and influence of the multifaceted business empire that he led and controlled, creating a criminal enterprise whose members and associates engaged in, and attempted to engage in, among other crimes, trafficking, forced labor, kidnapping, arson, bribery, and obstruction of justice. The indictment continued of the accusations, some of which date back to 2009. Diddy's attorney Marc Agnifilo denied the accusations in a statement. "We are disappointed with the decision to pursue what we believe is an unjust prosecution of Mr. Combs by the U.S. Attorney's Office," Agnifilo told Us Weekly after the arrest. Sean Diddy Combs is a music icon, self-made entrepreneur, loving family man, and proven philanthropist who has spent the last 30 years building an empire, adoring his children, and working to uplift the Black community. Agnifilo added, "He is an imperfect person, but he is not a criminal." To his credit, Mr. Combs has been nothing but cooperative with this investigation, and he voluntarily relocated to New York last week in anticipation of these charges. Please reserve your judgment until you have all the facts. These are the acts of an innocent man with nothing to hide, and he looks forward to clearing his name in court. Diddy has since been named in dozens of lawsuits where he has been accused of sexual assault, all of which his legal team continues to deny. A civil complaint from October 2024 was amended on December 2024 to include Jay-Z's name in accusations, claiming the duo raped a then 13-year-old at a party. Jay-Z, 55, publicly denied the allegations and has since asked the federal court in New York to dismiss the case completely and have the accuser's name made public. Mr. Carter deserves to know the identity of the person who is effectively accusing him in sensationalized, publicity-hunting fashion of criminal conduct. demanding massive financial compensation and tarnishing a reputation earned over decades. The Monday, December 9th, court documents stated that campaign was cynical and calculated to force payment of an exorbitant sum of money. Defendant would have to pay millions of dollars irrespective of the truth, or else. The filing continued when defendant refused to pay and instead took measures to establish his innocence. This unnamed plaintiff and her self-promoting counsel, whose name has been splashed across headlines and press conferences under auspices of representing her, went to extraordinary lengths to shut down fair defense. But those efforts, too, failed.